Cancer, thank you for being here. Tarot with Viper. We're going to get straight into it. Please like, share, and comment if this message resonated with you. Leave it behind if it didn't, for those that's meant for. I'm just starting on my journey, so any support that you feel inclined to share, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, share. But we're going to get straight into it today. We're doing weekly message for January the 12th. If you come here after that, please trust that there is a message here for you. My messages are timeless. I'm having a play and enjoying seeing what comes out within the weekly. So let's see what Spirit has to say. We're going to get the Daily Affirmation Tarot. See what Spirit wants to say. I've actually pre-shuffled already, so I don't know why I'm shuffling it again. Something might need a little bit more to look over. Sorry, I don't know, my phone just said a message came up even though I have it on Do Not Disturb, so that feels like a message for you too. Spirit, a message for Cancer for the highest timeline for the week of January the 12th. What guidance? Five of Swords. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Oh my days, Cancer. Seven of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. King of Swords. And the Devil. Wow. This is, I want to say intense, so I'm just going to say it. This is intense energy. Let's see what we've got on the bottom. The World. This is the overall theme of this reading. How it's coming through to me is that you're shifting through some old stagnant energy so that you can have a change, a shift in your world. Okay, past. Five of Swords. Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. This is coming through really clear. For me, this is about a work situation where you felt like you've had to be in that Five of Swords. You're trying to build that Ten of Pentacles, Cancer. But ultimately, you're feeling stuck, but it's not that you're stuck. It's self-imposed limitations. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed limitations. And the advice is, I have the power within me to free myself. And damn straight you do. You do, Cancer. This is self-imposed. You need to take your mask off. And you can undo your binds. This situation, it might not be just work, could be anything, right? Like, you're in a connection, you thought you were building this Ten of Pentacles, but really you've been limiting yourself and your expression in the connection. Could be family, could be romantic. And the Nine of Swords. I have the power to face my deepest fears and heal them. And that's kind of what Spirit's asking, like in this work situation, connection, romantic, is how can you face these fears that you've built over this time while trying to get to that Ten of Pentacles and let it go or heal them. I feel like Spirit is saying, work with others, call in others during this time. for support, for love. That's how it's coming through. Sometimes we think we're going in a direction because we've been ignoring our reality and our deepest, truest feelings. And I feel like Spirit is asking, how can you more deeply align with your truest feelings? And there's a lot of sword energy here. There's a lot of sword energy. And I feel that you've kept yourself chained to something. And this is the outcome, is the Devil. It's staying in that lack mindset, staying in that fear mindset. It's like staying at a workplace because you're too afraid to take the risk at the new place, or you don't know what's going to come next. So you know, sorry, I see something moving outside my window, which feels like a message for you. Looking outside of yourself, outside of your own space, to see what's going on. I feel like Spirit is guiding you to take a leap and operate from a space of clarity. The King of Swords is looking straight at this Devil, and it looks like he's gonna get, like, you know, put that sword right through him. I feel that you need to honor this King of Swords in you, because all this sword energy, this king has complete control of his sword. The 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, this feels like you don't have control over these swords. And the advice is to step into your King of Swords. Maybe you need to research a little bit about the archetype of the King of Swords. Might be some good advice. Actually, I can give you some, because I've got the tarot here. Let's see what the King of Swords says. Trying to find here we go. King of Swords. He sits in judgment, holding the unsheathed sign of his suit. Divatory meanings. Whatsoever arises out of the idea of judgment and all its connections: power, command, authority, militant intelligence, law, offices of the crown, and so forth. And I do feel like that is really relevant. It's like, I said offices. It feels like things are out of order here. You think of law and order, and it needs to be brought back into balance, back into order, so that you can unchain yourself from this Devil that's keeping you in the lack mindset. Now we're going to ask for a Greek oracle to any advice for Cancer, Spirit. I even feel like self-talk, like how you're talking to yourself internally, is important. Okay, we got a few. Oh, I've been wondering when this card would come out. Achievement, victory, triumph, freedom, and completion. Travel, freedom, spirit, a force of nature. A force of nature. I was gonna say nation. Creative words and remembrance. This is your advice. I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to get out and explore a little bit. I'm also just noticing the centaur and the deer. Can you do something for yourself? We've got freedom here twice. And you know, the 8 of Swords, this is feeling trapped. The 9 of Swords, staying up all night, not being able to rest, because I think the 9 of Swords is the hardest tarot card. How can you free yourself from these swords? Can you go for a walk, do some yoga? I'm getting the guidance to tell you to exercise completely so you're exhausted. And it was some of my advice for your last Cancer reading. So I'm not sure if you want to go have a look at that, Cancer. You know, Cancers give a lot, and in that giving they can feel depleted. And so I really feel Spirit is guiding you to let your fun side come out. Go play, go be free, go travel, go eat something good. If you don't have much financial money or, you know, financial freedom, go do something small for yourself. Walk to the library, get a new book. Or be creative. Being reminded of a raccoon, and raccoons are extremely resourceful. And I identify with raccoons because I've found myself in tight spots and have managed to call on my resources and my inner raccoon to be creative. How can you be creative right now in this moment without having a pentacle to your name? I really like this advice. Let's get the Medicine Woman Oracle, see what Spirit has to say. For Cancer's highest timeline for the highest good of all. Man, I'm getting a lot of rebirth energy. This is the 3rd time it's come out. And we are like in the final weeks of the snake, the year of the snake. And we will be going into the year of the horse. Freedom, forward movement. I feel like Spirit is saying, unchain yourself from these concepts, these self-imposed limitations, so that when the rebirth is here, you can go forward. Spring. Wow, look at this spring card. It's beautiful. A time for renewal, step into uncharted territory. Like I said, with that travel, it feels like the rebirth is leading into this uncharted territory of unconditional love. Wow. I remind you of the magic of love. You are blessed. Wow. This rebirth, Spirit's given you a time frame of spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere, spring isn't until the end of the year. So give yourself plenty of grace for this rebirth to come in. Healing is never linear. It's never a straight line. I'm being reminded of my tattoo on my wrist, my unalome, which is the life path is never straight and easy. There's lots of turns and curves to get back to a place of enlightenment. And a tool that's going to really help you is unconditional love on this journey as you go into uncharted territory. Okay, let's get an oracle. An oracle for Cancer Spirit for the highest timeline. What advice do you have for Cancer? So on the 5 of Pentacles, Chamber of Protection. On the 9 of Swords, let go. And the 8 of Swords. Rebirth, spring, unconditional love, the golden thread. Wow. You do really need to let go of this, Cancer. I feel really guided to say go watch my previous reading on Cancer, because I feel like I gave a lot of different tools and how to let go, visualizing techniques. if you feel called to at least. The Chamber of Protection, 5 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. You are protected. Let's read that. Let's read it. Number 50. Don't place your attention outside yourself. Focus it within. The more you look to external sources to guide, nourish, or validate or affirm you, the more likely you'll feel off kilter. Draw your strength, your guidance, your truth from your worth from inside. If you draw your sense of safety from outside, you'll forever be defending yourself. Let go. The Chamber of Protection is an invitation to resource yourself. You can do this by connecting with Source and Earth, doing whatever you need to replenish and take care of your needs, to give from a place of plenty, not a place of depletion and lack. I did say that you can feel depleted, Cancer, because you give so much. That's how resentment builds and boundaries become blurry. You're being called to tend to your energy, energetically prioritize yourself. Stop feeling like you owe anyone anything more than you owe yourself. Drop the guilt, take personal responsibility, and put your needs first. You get to redefine what your sacred space is and who is permitted to enter. It does feel like a level of self-care is needed here, especially with this like unconditional love, spring, and rebirth. It's like you need to, I mean, you have free will, you can do whatever you want, but Spirit is really saying like, you don't need to be in the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. You can let go. I'm being reminded of a podcast I listened to. It's called Beyond Bitchy. Vicky Tidwell is her name. She goes into boundaries and how that putting boundaries in place is not bitchy, and I feel like Cancers need to hear that. By having boundaries is not being mean. It's self-love. And it tells people this is how you can love me too. Maybe that's going to help you with this Chamber of Protection. I know I said don't look outside yourself now, but maybe when you're going for a run or a walk, you can listen to it. I get so much advice when I talk with Cancer that I want to share and I want to help guide, and ultimately you know what is best for you. You are completely in control of your destiny, what timelines are open to you, and what portals you want to go through. I'm going to read the Golden Thread because it fell on the rebirth, spring, and unconditional advice, and I do unconditional advice. Interesting. Unconditional love, and I feel like that's important to read. Number 96. Your soul had a dream to be here now, in this body on this planet, and you have everything you need to realize your soul's destiny. The golden thread woven throughout all your life experience. It doesn't always make sense, but with time and perspective, you can see its intricate weaving glistening back at you at the center of your life. It's never too late to follow the golden thread of your life. Whatever your soul is calling you to do will lead you to your golden thread. This card is here to remind you that your soul came here with a plan, a dream to be brought to life. It's time to say yes to that now. What's your soul's greatest dream? How can you act on it now? I can't finish this in a better way. I was saying if this is work, it feels like you've been wondering about a different path and your soul's calling you to do that. but there might be some fear, self-imposed limitation, and I feel that you need to step into that King of Swords and know that what's meant for you will work. What is your soul calling you to do, Cancer? Thank you so much for being here. You are so loved by Spirit. Please comment below if this resonated with you, how this might be showing up in your life. Again, just very grateful that I get to bring these messages to you. Lots of love to you, Cancer, and I look forward to talking to you soon.